Okay, hello my students, welcome back to our lessons in our favorite subject, ICT. This is me, Mr. Robert Hassan, and on today's lesson we are going to talk about filtering data. What do you mean by filter data, and why do we need to filter our data? Filtering the data it's a type of search. So you are going to display some of the data and hide the rest. This is simply how to filter your data. And to filter your data we have some steps to do that. First, remember, we have to activate or display the button of filter, and then you can do the filter. So how can we filter our data? That means how can we make a special search for our data? Step number one, click in the first column to the left in your table, click on it, then go to home tab, then go to editing group, then go to the bottom, sort and filter, then click filter. When you click filter, what will happen? On each column name, a button with an arrow will be displayed like this. This shape will be displayed. So this button will be displayed in your column names. Using this button you can filter your data. So click the button, then select a value to select byte. That means I'm going to search. So according to the column which you decide to search on it, click in the button. Then according to the value that you decide to search for it, you'll see it. Now let's have an example on this file. We have many data and we need to make a filter for your data. You can filter by one column, you can filter by more than one column, and so on. Okay, now imagine that we need to filter our data by the student number 1. So that means I'm going to go to the column number and then search for the value 1. But before that you have to start the filter. To do the command filter, first of all click on the first column in your table here, then go to home tab, step number 2, step number 3, go to editing, step number 4, click sort and filter, step number 5, click filter here. Now you can see that it's very clear that each column name now contains a button. This button is used to select or display a data. Now we need to display only the student with the number 1. So I have to go to the column number, then click the button to display the values. Now all the values will be selected here. I want the student with the number 1, so that means you can uncheck this. The checked values means it will be displayed in the filter. The unchecked, they will not be displayed. After you finish, click OK. Now you see the data now has been filtered. Microsoft Excel is going only to provide you with your filter results. After that, save your change. Go to file, then choose save. Okay, now if you focus in your data, you have to know that the rest of the data they will not be deleted. They just will be hidden or hidden somewhere at the same page, at the same sheet. How is that? Look at the sequence or the order of your rows number 1, 2, 6. That means there's some rows are hidden, so they are not be deleted, they are only be hidden in your sheet. Now if I want to return back my data, how can I do that? I have to go to the same column by which I filtered my data. I have to go to the filtered column. How did I know that? You can see the only column which its icon has been changed into the filter sign. That means this is a column by which you make a filter. So you have to click it. I cannot go to name because the button is arrow. ICT, the shape or the icon of the button is arrow. Grade, birth date and fees, all of them, their button icon represent only arrow, but number, the button icon represents filter sign. So that means this column filtering the data. So if you want to return back your data, you have to return it from this column. How can we return the data? Click on the icon here. Now click select all. Make sure that all the values has been checked. Now click OK. Now all your data has been displayed. How can we be sure about that? Look at the order of the numbers of the rows number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Now if I want to display the values of two students, Nuha and Layla, how can I do that? Now the filter button is activated, so I have to go to the column name, click on the bottom here. Now according to the values, I want to display two students, Layla and Suhair. So you have to uncheck Nuha and Tahra. Make sure that you displayed Layla and Suhair, both of them they are checked. Now click OK. Now you can see you can only display the values of two students, Suhair and Layla. Now I want to return back my data. You have to go to the column by which you filtered your data. How is that? The only column with the icon of the filter, its name, click it. Now select all, click the button select all the values are checked. Now click OK. Now all the data will be displayed. Okay, now if I want to make a filter by more than one column, for example, I want to display the data of a student of grade 3 and their fees is 1,500. In this case, I'm going to select auto filter using two columns. First, I want grade 3, so I have to go to the column grade here. Click the button here, choose the value G3, which is grade 3. Now uncheck this, make sure that grade 3 is checked. Now click OK. You see now you have two grades. I want the fees 1,200, 500. Click the button, make sure that it has been checked like this, and then click OK. If there is any other data with the value 1,200 and so on, they will not be displayed. Why? Because you have 1,500. Now this is the data which displays student of grade 3 and their fees equal to 1,500. Now to return back our data, go to the filtered column, click select all. Now click OK. Now all the data will be displayed. Okay, now I want the student with the birth date of 7th of August. Go to the column birth date, click the filter icon, 7th of August, this one. Sorry, because it displays the data on American, so the first number will be is the month, so it's 8th of July. So go to 8th of July here and choose 8. You have to uncheck this one, all the month, but only display the one with July. When we select July, that means I want only on July. Then click OK. You see there will be only one birth date. The date format, if you can focus here, it's American. It displays first the month and then the day. It's the 8th of July. So by this way we can display it. Now I want to return back all my data. Go to the filtered column and then select all, then click OK. Okay, now the last example for filtering. If I want to display the students ICT marks which is greater than 70, that means I have to display Nuha and Layla. So how can I display value with the logical operator? I don't want to exact value. I don't want to search for equal. Now if I click here the button, I will find many values. You can select it manually, but if you have more than that, in this case you have to go to number filters here, this one. Now choose greater than this one. Okay, I want it greater than what? I want it greater than 70. So it now is greater than, here write 70, then click OK. All the numbers or all the mark which will be displayed is greater than 70. Now you can return back your data. How can we return back our data? Go to the filtered column, the column by which you make a filter. How can we renew that? According to the filter icon, and now click select all like this, and then OK. Okay, another example. If I want to display all the failed students, the failed students, they will got a mark which is less than 60. How can I display the data of a mark which is less than 60? Go to the ICT mark. I'm not going to select from the numbers. Go to number filters here. This time choose what? Less than. Choose less than. Now according to the dialog box is less than. Less than what? Less than 60. And then click OK. How many students fail? We have 2 students, Tara and Suhair. Now return back your data. Click the column by which you filtered, choose select all, then OK. So this is simply how to make a filter. Now finally, if I decide to remove the buttons or filter, follow the same previous steps which used to activate the filter. Go to Home tab, go to Editing Group, Sort and Filter, choose Filter again. All the buttons will be hidden, and save your change. This is all about filtering. Thank you very much. See you next class, inshallah.